Welcome back to the deep dive. We've had requests to really get into the details on the new McLaren Artura Spider.
Yeah, it's a big one for them, their first proper high-performance hybrid convertible.
Exactly. So we've pulled together the specs, reviews, market data, the lot, our mission, to give you the key takeaways on this car.
And fundamentally, it's about blending that open-air experience with, serious hybrid power and supercar performance.
The numbers alone are pretty startling, aren't they? Almost 700 horsepower.
691 HP officially, and fast 0-60 in 3 seconds flat.
Wow. Top speed over 200 mile per hour, too. And it even has that short electric range for city stuff.
Right, building on what they learned from the P1, the Speedtail, it's their electrification strategy moving forward.
And they've actually tweaked it from the coupe, right? More power, some updates.
Yep, slight power bump and some refinements for the Spider in the 2025 model year generally.
Okay, so let's get under the hood, so to speak. What's the core of this powertrain?
It's centered around a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6, pretty compact engine.
Paired with an electric motor?
Yeah, an axial flux motor. Together they produce that 691 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque.
And the battery side.
It's a 7.4 kilowatt lithium-ion battery pack. It's refrigerant-cooled, which is important for performance consistency.
Charging time. Assume it's not supercar fast for charging.
No. On a regular 220/240V outlet, you're looking at about 2.5 hours to get to 80%, maybe 3.5 for a full charge.
Okay, reasonable. And performance-wise, beyond that 0-60.
Well, 0-100 kilometers is the same 3 seconds. It's 200 kilometers, that's 124 meters, in 8.4 seconds.
Very rapid. Quarter mile.
Under 11 seconds, 10.8 is the claim. And it stops well, too. 100 kilometers to 0 in just 31 meters.
That's impressive stopping power. And weight. Hybrids and convertibles usually add quite a bit.
They do, but McLaren's obsessed with weight. Dry weight is around 212 pounds. The DIN curb weight, so with fluids, is about 439 pounds.
Still light for what it is. How do they manage that?
It really comes down to the McLaren carbon lightweight architecture, the MCLA tub. Super light, super stiff.
Ah, the carbon fiber core. That helps offset the hybrid bits and the roof mechanism, I guess.
Definitely. It's fundamental. Plus aluminum body panels. And then there's the suspension.
Double wishbone front, multi-link rear.
Correct, with their proactive damping control. That's been tweaked for 2025. New valving for better response.
And it has that electronic diff, too.
Yeah, an electromechanical limited slip diff with torque vectoring. Helps get the power down effectively coming out of corners.
So all this tech, how does it translate to the actual driving experience? What are people saying?
The reviews talk about a really heady experience. Lots of praise for the steering feel.
McLaren's electro-hydraulic steering usually gets good marks, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Deliciously full of feel, one review said. And accurate. Agile handling. Great balance on twisty roads.
And the ride. Supercars can be harsh.
Apparently, it's quite composed in comfort and sport modes, thanks to those adaptive dampers. The 2025 update's new engine mounts, faster damping, quicker gearbox are said to improve stability and agility even more.
Sounds like it manages to be both thrilling and maybe usable.
Yeah, deeply impressive, but also easy to drive quickly. Seem to be common themes. That instant electric torque gives it a different feel than older McLarens, more immediate.
And the engine itself, that V6.
Revs keenly up to 8,200 RPM. It's pretty exciting, apparently. Plus launch control, faster shifts. It all adds up.
Different modes available too, right?
Yeah.
Including electric only.
Yep. Comfort, sport, track, and that E mode for silent drive. Driving up to about 81 miles per hour, though the range is only about 11 miles realistically.
Okay. Handling grip, similar to the coupe.
Should be right up there. Comes on Pirelli P0, summer tires, standard. Carbon ceramic brakes are standard too, with revised ABS for 2025.
Brake feel is important in hybrids.
Reviewers say it feels quite natural. There's regenerative braking, but apparently no regen effect when you just lift off the throttle pedal itself. You need to press the brake.
Gotcha. And inside, comfortable.
It seems so. Remarkably livable was one description. Standard club sport seats, but comfort seats are a no-cost option. The instrument panel moves with the steering wheel, which is neat.
Front axle lifts standard. That's useful.
Yes. And the retractable hardtop is quick 11 seconds. You can even operate it while moving slowly.
Up to 31 mile per hour, I think I read.
That's right. And the rear glass operates independently, which can help manage wind or let in more engine sound.
Nice touch. Okay, let's talk market. Where does this sit price-wise?
U.S. base MSRP is around $273,800. But, options add up fast. Dealer listings are often well over $300.
And competitors, who's it up against?
It's a tough crowd. The Ferrari 296 GTS is probably the closest rival, though pricier and more powerful.
Then you've got the Lamborghini Huracan Spiders?
Right, the Lambos, Aston Martin Vantage or DB12 convertibles, Mercedes-AMG GT Roadster, Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet, even the Maserati MC20 CLO.
How does the Artura Spider aim to differentiate itself in that company?
It seems to be banking on its lower weight compared to some, that advanced hybrid tech, engaging handling, and potentially a more compliant ride than, say, the Ferrari or Maserati.
Maybe not the most dramatic V8 sound, but focused on tech and agility.
That seems to be the angle. And the hybrid aspect does offer better efficiency figures, on paper at least.
What about the onboard tech? Infotainment and driver aids.
It's got the McLaren infotainment system too, 8-inch screen. Apple CarPlay standard, interestingly, no Android Auto mentioned. Standard lane departure warning and traffic sign recognition for 2025.
Optional extras.
Yeah, you can add blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise, 360 camera, a premium Bowers & Wilkins sound system, wireless charging, the usual high-end options.
And the design looks pretty striking.
Very McLaren. Functional aero, deheatable doors, that retractable hardtop integrates neatly. Lots of customization for paint and interior trim, driver-focused cockpit.
That roof is carbon fiber too, right? To keep the weight down.
Carbon fiber composites, yeah. Uses 8 electric motors to operate quietly. Stows away nicely under a tonneau cover.
Okay, wrapping up. What about warranty and service? Important for these cars.
Pretty comprehensive. 5-year unlimited mileage warranty on the car itself.
And the battery?
6 years, or 45,000 miles, plus 10 years anti-perforation. And in the U.S., they include a 3-year service plan.
Service intervals.
Every 9,000 miles, or 12 months. Extended warranties are available too.
So overall verdict on the Artura Spider.
Seems like a really compelling package.
Yeah.
It takes the impressive Artura Coupe, adds that open-air dimension without huge compromises, and refines the formula. A proper contender.
It definitely represents a significant step in the hybrid supercar world.
Which does leave you wondering, as these incredibly capable, complex hybrid supercars become more common.
Yeah.
What does that mean for the future of the simpler, purely combustion engine driving experience? Is something essential getting lost or just changing?
That's a great question to ponder, something for us all to think about.
I've included links with more details in the description below, so be sure to check those out. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Deep Dive, like the video, and ring the bell for more helpful content. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day ahead.